Hey guys, today I will be doing a review on Pokemon Conquest. I know it's not super new, but I did quite enjoy it and it was fun, but I really didn't like the ending of the game. If you haven't played it, I'm not going to ruin it for you, but after you beat the game, you don't get to play as your main character anymore, which really bugged me because I quite liked playing as my character and I trained so much to get my evolution that I wanted, and it really bugged me that you had to beat like 32 other side quests that were almost as long as the main story just to be able to play as your character again. But other than that, I have no complaints about this game. It was just great. It super fun. Highly suggest it to any Pokemon fans out there who haven't tried it yet and are a little nervous. It's a 6-on-6 battle scenario, except you play as the Pokemon, kind of like in Mystery Dungeon, but it's more like Rumble, but it is a turn thing like the regular games. It's very fun, and there's different obstacles and different Pokemon that have different advantages, and you can evolve and use stones. It's a different perspective because you play as a warlord of Pokemon, and nobody really thought of it like that until now, which is really cool. I quite enjoyed it. But I wasn't a fan of the names. This game was very Japanese in that the names weren't converted to English, I don't think. Like, some of them are. I don't know the word to put it without trying to sound racist, but very Japanese. So, the game was really cool, and the ending, they screwed up on that, but other than that, it was good. And it was quite neat how there was this one character that you beat as the first guy, and he started with a Chimchar, and throughout the game, he joins the enemy side. Well, he was already on it, but he keeps going through on the enemy side, and he evolves his Chimchar all the way up to an Infernape, and you have to battle him with each different evolution, which is quite cool, because why not? Just a different perspective, and I found it kind of nice that when you beat a few of the warlords, another one would give up, and you would just get to have them both on your team, which is pretty awesome, but I didn't like the fact that you could only have 6 warlords with you. I think you should have had as many as you wanted and not have to have them at each different castle, which I didn't really like that because it was kind of stupid that you had to have it each castle. Like, come on, seriously? But I had like 30 people and they were spread out all in every castle that I could. But it was really frustrating when I would try and move, because I would move and have to move 2 over there and 2 over there just to move everyone to one location. It wasn't great on the movement part, but the game, like the in-battle movement, was pretty cool. Like there were springboards in certain parts that would let you jump gaps if you weren't the right type. Teleporters, which were super frustrating because I hated fighting that guy and his Gallade. But the side quests aren't as great because you have the main story and you're the main character, and that's cool. And you have your Eevee or Glaceon or Umbreon or Espeon or whatever you evolve it, Vaporeon, Flareon, whatever you want to evolve it into, you can. But certain evolutions, like I know that I evolved it into a Glaceon, even though Flareon's my favorite. Well, Flareon and Umbreon, but Flareon has no moves. Every Pokemon fan out there should know that. And Umbreon just didn't really fit it. And Glaceon or Leafeon's pretty cool, but I did a bit of research. Glaceon is the best evolution for fighting the final bosses. Like, I went through and destroyed. I didn't even need my other Pokemon. His Zekrom was down in 2 hits. It's lovely. Amazing. So I would highly suggest Glaceon. It takes way too much training, though. It gets a little ridiculous after time after time after time. I suggest just bringing him back to your soul, like the place where you start. I can't remember the name right now, but the place where you started, and just doing as much training as you can there until he's a high enough level. And then you just do one battle in the next place, and then boom, Glaceon. Yeah, it's a really cool game. The side quests aren't as good though, and the passwords of this, like, it's one of those where you password it and you get the new guy. Like, you're equipped with your friend here, as you can see, the girl in the pink with the Jigglypuff. Jigglypuff's not great for anything, so I used the password to get a Dermatanian. I don't know how to pronounce it, but She got that one, so I never used Jigglypuff. So now the side quest came, and I had to use Jigglypuff. And it's not as fun. But some of the side quests are really cool because you can get legendaries. But some of them not so great. Like I talked about that guy who you went through and he had the Chimchar and then evolved. You have to play the entire story mission again as him. So it's not great, but it's not a bad thing. So there's not much you can do about that. If you want to play as your character again, you have to beat every single side quest, and there's 32 of them. They're pretty long, so I would highly suggest the game to any Pokemon fans out there who haven't tried it yet. It's very fun, and yeah, it's a good game. But, like I said, the names and everything, it is a very Japanese style of the game, like their clothing and everything. There's some of them are kimonos and everything, so it's very Japanese. And the card of the day is Pikachu from the first movie, Kids WB, Mewtwo's Return. Movie title didn't make sense until a couple months ago when they announced the new Mewtwo. But yeah, thanks for watching.